Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for the past little bit, I've still been rehabbing my injuries, but I don't really want to talk about that right now because it seems like that's all I've been talking about. But I've also been kind of starting my own home gym, which will hopefully grow into something bigger in the future. And I think that might be because since I can't really work out, I might as well build a home gym, right? Alright. On. Damn. Anyways, a few weeks back I was discussing with my friend about programming, and I gave him the analogy of why programs are like recipes. And today I just want to talk about what is the recipe for success. As you may know, there's tons of programs out there, just like there's tons of recipes out there. And there may be some recipes or programs that are more complicated than others, more complex, but that doesn't mean they are necessarily better. So you could have the best program in the world, but it's not a guarantee that you're gonna put 50 kilos on your shoulder or something. You could have the best recipe in the world and all the finest ingredients, but it doesn't mean you're gonna make the most delicious dish ever. Now there's a couple reasons why this may be. First off, the program might just not work for you. It might hurt you, just like in the recipe, you might just dislike the taste of some things in there. Or you might be allergic to some of the things in there. And the other reason is some things just might be too complex. You might not be able to perform some of the exercises in the program for whatever reason, whether it's injuries or you just don't have the skills to do it. Just like you might not have the skills to create the most delicious dish because you can't make bomb-ass pie crust or something. Now the reason why I like this analogy so much is because you could really take this as far as you want. For example, for beginners, whether you have a program or not, you can still make gains. Just like you can make food without a recipe. And when you're a beginner, it's almost like you're hungry. And when you're hungry, everything tastes good. So whether you have a good program, a good recipe, or a bad program, or a bad recipe, or none at all, you can probably still make some form of progress, just like you can still make food to fill yourself up. Now obviously you need some common sense. You can't go into the gym and just do whatever and not know what you're doing, or you're gonna hurt yourself. Just like if you went in the kitchen and you didn't know what you were doing, you could burn the whole house down or incinerate the food into thin air, or you get the point. But the thing is, even if you mess up, you can probably still make gains. If you went in the gym and curled all day with bad form, you'd probably get some biceps. If you went in the kitchen and freaking threw some instant noodles together, you'll probably still have something edible at the end of the day. Furthermore, you don't necessarily need everything in your program, just like you don't need everything in a recipe. Sometimes simple is best. You don't have to cram all these exercises in that you feel will give you so many gains, because sometimes too much isn't the best. Sometimes simple is good. Just like when you try to cram a bunch of ingredients into a recipe and mix all this stuff, it might not necessarily turn out to be the best thing in the world. And sometimes you might even spoil your palate if you have the same thing too much over and over again. Just like if you keep doing the same exercise or same type of programming over and over again, you're probably gonna plateau, just like you get sick of food. Now I feel like I'm getting a little carried away here with this analogy, but please bear with me while I try to wrap this up. So let's say that you found the program you want to do, the recipe you want to do, and you think it's gonna work great and it makes sense to you. Great. But keep in mind that even without the best things in the world, you can probably still make really good progress. You can probably still make a really good dish. For example, without comp grade equipment, calibrated plates, a stiff bar, you can probably still have a heck of a good workout and still make progress towards your goals. Without the finest ingredients, without the proper cookware or these fancy cooking stuff, and the dogs are barking again, and I've been re-filming this so many times because the dogs have been barking. Anyways, as I was saying, even without the things that they say you need, you can probably still substitute things and make things better, as you know in a program, as you already do, just like in a recipe. For example, if you don't have dumbbells to do single arm rows, you can do a barbell row. If you don't have cream, you can sub it out for milk, sometimes. But you know, and you can really just change things and fine-tune it and tweak it how you want, just like a recipe. And let's say you did everything perfectly and you still didn't make much progress or the food sucks? Well, that could be from a bunch of things. Like maybe you didn't get enough sleep. Maybe you're just getting sick and you just don't like the taste of food. Maybe, like, there's so many factors that could be going on. Maybe you didn't recover properly. Maybe you didn't store the food properly while going up to it. Like, there's so many layers to this. And that's why I like using the analogy of the recipe, because I find a lot of people put a lot of emphasis on the program and they think that the program equates to this. I mean, like, when you have a good program, it's a good program. It's probably going to get you to where you need to be. Just like ice cream is gonna be good regardless. And once you have ice cream, yeah, you could probably have better ice cream, but it's still good, you know? It's still gonna probably satisfy you and taste good. And
Here fans, have some ice cream.
It's all blurred out and sexy.
if you don't like ice cream, I'm sorry, but yeah, you get the point. So I think I've beaten this analogy far enough. But you may be asking now, well, what is the recipe for success? At the end of the day, the programming is important. The recipe is important. It's the base and cornerstone for you to achieve your goals and to get you to where you want to be or to create what you want to create. But it's not the end all be all. There's so many other factors at play, so when things don't really work out, don't be quick to blame the program and jump onto something else right away. Instead, try to learn from it and try to find out what you liked or didn't like about it, so you can further fine-tune what works for you and how you can move forward towards your goals. The way I see it, a good coach does more than just give you a program and tells you to blindly follow weights. They actually try to teach you the skills to listen to yourself and be your own athlete, so that you actually have the skills to go out and have a workout, that you can actually be self-sustaining without the coach. Just like if you were to have a cook, they teach you more than just how to follow a recipe. They teach you skills, they teach you how to do certain things, their secrets. Having said that, I'm not saying that a coach or mentor is not beneficial or that they are temporary. The coach-athlete relationship has been heavily studied and it definitely does help. I think the biggest thing from having a coach is just having that objective eye, just almost like a cook having that objective taste. Well, it is a little subjective, but having that outside taste so that they can actually see what's going on and you're not blindsided by your own personal emotions or biases. Anyways guys, I just really want to share that analogy with you guys because I thought that it really made a lot of sense and it would help show you guys my perspective on programming, because I know a lot of you guys have been asking me about programming and coaching, and ultimately for me, I don't think it's really the program that has got me to where I am, but it's the fact that I learned to know myself as an athlete and kind of know what I need as I go through. You can blame genetics, you can blame whatever you want, but that's ultimately what I found has worked for me, because I went through my fair share of injuries, I went through my fair share of things that did not work, and I grew from it, and I feel like I kind of found a way to make progress myself now. And I mean, it's still changing. Like right now, I can't really do anything with volume, or it just kills me and breaks my body. So trying to get back, it's not always easy. Other than that guys, I'm actually going to try to be releasing my own recipe, my own program that will be available for you guys. It's nothing crazy, it's very basic template. You've probably seen it done and done again before. Everything's just kind of like a rehash of things anyways, but my main goal with this is that you can experiment and learn more about yourself as an athlete. And to do this, what I did was I made a lot of things pretty independent, in the sense that you can kind of pick and choose your own exercises and your own days, and just really have the flexibility so you can find what works for you, and you have the flexibility to do that, and you're not ingrained into this linear program with these numbers. But I have no clue how it's gonna work. If you guys have any questions or concerns, let me know. Hopefully I'll have that up on my website by the time this video drops. And for those of you that have been asking about personal one-on-one type coaching, first off, I apologize I've been taking so long to get my certification and that kind of stuff, but I've actually started a new job where I'm actually doing some training, and I've actually avoided these jobs for quite some time because I didn't really believe that people had to spend money to get fit, which is a story for another time. But I realized that some people just choose that lifestyle So basically, it's almost like teach a man how to fish, feed him for a lifetime. I've matured and learned that I'm helping these people so that they can be self-sustaining and they can go out and train themselves, but they just like having a trainer so much that they kind of stay. That being said, I have started training some people, and I think I actually really enjoy the interaction I have with people. So I might just go ahead and start some coaching. A lot of you guys have been asking for it, but I'll be in touch with you guys hopefully, and we can kind of hash out the details and go from there. Whew. Other than that, guys, that's about it. If you guys want some new dope stuff, I think I just placed an order, so it should be in, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks, but I will definitely keep you guys up to date. I know you guys are waiting for that as well, but that is it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this made sense. I hope it wasn't too long. Let me know if you want anything else or need anything else. I know I got a ton of stuff to do. I've had some rough days, but I'm bouncing back. So, thanks for watching, guys. Stay humble, give back, and lift on.